it's already getting late, and if I postpone this video, I go forget it. I want to talk, so I must do this video, and I go post them like this along. So something just occurred to me, like cling, and I realized that okay, you have control over some certain things, and you don't have control over some certain things. Okay, so when I put out content, or when I post content on trying to teach or coach on understanding the algorithm, I do not do this based on from the understanding or from the standpoint of you trying to manipulate whatever system that might be in place so that you can have but the idea, or the general, or the basic, the entire idea is just for you to be like to have this flexibility, to be able to to bend and swerve your way through the whole intricacies that has to do with go not necessarily going viral, because for real you don't want to go viral, but you don't want to gain that momentum. So the consistency or the energy you keep to define your aura is just all that matters, so that when you have this collection of what you call a portfolio, then it now starts making sense. So the accumulation of whatever, no matter what, even if not rubbish and like the accumulation, that's just the idea. That's what I'm trying to make you understand. The accumulation, the consistency, compounding over time, it makes all the difference. So even if I come to your screen and I do poop, 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 and the next day I come, and over a certain period of time, and this is all, then it gives you a pattern, and it gives you an identity. And that's what sells, not necessarily the skyrocket science, whatever, aristocrat, James Bond, whatever type of discovery or creativity. You understand? So what I'm saying is, if you factor in on what is authentic, or what is necessary, or what is most very very passionate or crucial to you, then the rest you can always walk around. I don't know if it makes sense, but that's the idea, or that's what I feel like this whole content creation manipulation, because you don't necessarily have to come and start trying to give what you don't have. No, it's not going to fly. It's not going to fly. So the moment you come, you try as much as you can to be like, because how can you convince if it's just one person, you're trying to understand how they think, it will be easy. But it's not just one person, so you don't have control over how what interests a very large amount of people. You don't have control over that one. So it is just the grace and divine divinity that you might exude, and you find your tribe. Otherwise, it is not a science rocket. You just don't have to. It's not by you developing a supernatural, spiritual, psychic skill. You understand? You just have to find your tribe. So if you're patient enough and you keep consistency, consistency is your watchword. Over time, you find your tribe, because it's not luck, and it's not by accident. It's okay, you put out something there and just stumble on people are drawn, or people relate with. No, you understand? I don't know if I'm making sense. So don't think it's your fault. Just keep doing what you're doing. It's not like, okay, you put out something, then you now have to like determine people that might respond, or people that it's going to resonate with. No, put out whatever you're putting out, and leave the rest to divinity or to nature. Because you cannot, no matter how intelligent you are, you cannot, because now computer now go fit collect statistics, know within the maximum. Like if you're checking your YouTube now, you can now use your YouTube, all those your any whatever pie chart, or those analysis to understand how to where to bend towards and what not to do on. But as far as the people is concerned, you have no business worrying yourself about who resonates, who likes your content, or who watches. But it is quite normal to have concerns if you're not getting any zero views. If you're getting zero views, it's quite normal. If you're getting zero views, it's normal to feel concerned. But it doesn't define how you know, it doesn't define the value of your content. So keep, adjusting. You'll be fine. 2 seconds, all everywhere good.